Hello everyone, Danielle here from Learn Reiki Philadelphia. It is wonderful to see you this Sunday evening. Welcome to Community Distance Reiki. If you are new here, go ahead, click that live chat button, introduce yourself, and feel free to make any requests for your personal well-being. We're going to get things started off for the first hour or so, building a beautiful crystal grid exactly to all of your requests. And then after that, we're going to transition into a beautiful session where all you'll need to do is get cozy, and I will send Reiki healing to you when and wherever you happen to be. If you're watching this on the replay and you want to skip ahead to the healing, go to about the 1 hour point or where you see the lights begin to shift. And if you've been here before and you're returning, thank you so much for your ongoing support. I absolutely adore all of you. And yeah, let's dive right in. Also about me, if you want to learn more about me, my live online If you want to learn about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my one-on-one distance sessions, tarot readings, or even shop my crystal collection, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. And of course, if this video is fun for you, go ahead and click that like button. I wouldn't mind one bit. So let's dive in, start taking your requests, and build that grid. Ta-da! Here is our grid for today. Oop, I have a little flyaway. Yeah. Little tiny baby hairs in the front. I know it'll be driving some of you crazy to look at it the whole time, so I'll pin it back. How is everyone this evening? Oh, good. We've got Jennifer Vatsa, good to see you. T, I hope you're well. Maria, good to see you again. Carmen, welcome. Jenny, good to see you. I love that. Body into club, getting Reiki. Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about how I party. I'm not a party animal. Brain healing, you got it. Getting unstuck, moving forward, reconnection and love, absolutely. Solar plexus help, absolutely. Hey, Chris, Belinda, good to see you both. I'm going to start putting some crystals out, and you can request the healing intention, a specific crystal, one, the other, or both. We always end up making a beautiful grid together no matter what. So let's see. There we go. I start things off with a copper spiral, really more than anything to help break up any blockages and get the energy flowing, because copper is great for that. I did have a blessed Sunday. It was wonderful. Awesome. Patty and or Key. How's Key doing? How's the ears? Grace, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling better. Good to see you too. Happy Sunday, everyone. Okay, so let's get to that. Solar plexus was the first request, and then Jen. So let's dive into solar plexus. One of our favorite stones, yellow calcite. It's so happy and uplifting and full of joy, but it's also just like wonderful for the solar plexus in every way. It's great for optimism, self-confidence. It helps to clear anything around boundaries, self-identity, the things we would normally think of as the solar plexus chakra. For those unfamiliar with the chakras, it's an energy center. They're energy centers in the body. The solar plexus particularly is right beneath your breastbone, sternum, and it has to do with your personal identity, your bringing your will forward. Like overactive would be kind of somebody that doesn't care what anyone else does. They're stepping right through them. Underactive would be everybody steps over you. And then there's a lot of gray area in between. But yeah, this is great for putting your desired outcome first for you rather than that of others. Helps us to let go of any kind of feelings of need for approval from others. And it also brings a lot of joy and optimism into everything. So I often will end up bringing these in. We are very big fans of this stone, and I usually put them right around the grid because they're larger pieces, but they're really pretty. And another one for solar plexus, free will, standing up for yourself. I just know it's going to end up coming out, so I'm going to do it now. Honey calcite. Honey calcite is similar to the solar plexus one, the yellow, but it's a little bit darker, and it also helps the areas in between the solar plexus and the sacral. The sacral is the center that has to do with how we connect to community around us, the people around us, how we show up, how they show up, and a lot of other factors too. I mean, I'm being a little reductive, but this is honey calcite. So you can see there's definitely a color difference. Like yellow almost looks white next to that. But honey calcite helps us with, it brings a lot of optimism when things are difficult, like really difficult, challenging times. And it's great for the solar plexus and the sacral. So it helps us to attract and start to connect with people we have a lot in common with, but also people that are really good in general. So good colleagues, good friends, good all of that. And I feel like sometimes when we really need help with our solar plexus, sometimes a little support for the sacral can be helpful too. So I'm going to bring this in too for you. And I'm glad you are here. Hang out. We're friendly. There we go. There we go. Awesome. And who else is spilling in? Yeah, we all love honey calcite. And everybody's checking in with everyone and everyone's family. I love how we care so much about each other. It's so wonderful. Okay. Yeah, this one's a little bit under. There we go. Awesome. Oh, I love the request. This is going to be fun. Okay. Getting unstuck, moving forward, and reconnecting to love. You got it. So let's get some polychrome and some polychrome Jasper, some tourmalinated quartz, some Moonstone. Okay, let's start there. And let me know if you have any specific crystals in mind, of course. So the first we're bringing in here is tourmalinated quartz, and this is clear quartz with black tourmaline running through it. This helps, black tourmaline breaks up, it really repels negative energy. So when it's going through clear quartz, not only does the clear quartz kind of give it a little bit more oomph, but it really helps to break up energy that's stuck and has been stuck for a while. So like old stuck energy, old patterns, even stuff, and especially stuff from childhood, patterns and things. It also helps to ground and release nervous energy, but some of the things this does is break up scar tissue. It's thought to do it in the body and on the body, but also in your emotions. It breaks up all of the emotional scar tissue. It can help with good fortune, finding a new job or a new income stream or a new side hustle. It's also great for healing a lot of emotional trauma, as well as fortune, luck, and even protective against car accidents for those that are traveling. Polychrome Jasper can help reignite our passion and our zest and our zeal that we want to go forward and do the things we want to do, the things we're passionate about. So if you feel really stuck, this can be helpful. It really breaks apart indifference and helps to motivate. It lends a lot of self-confidence. It's connected to the Earth Star chakra, which is an energy center beneath our root chakra. That has to do with how we show up and enact our soul's purpose, actually making the things that we're spiritually aligned with actionable and doing that work. So this can be really helpful. It's also great for joint health and mobility, especially for the lower extremities, the legs and things. So I know a lot of us have trouble with that, me included, so that can't hurt. So we'll put some polychrome Jasper here and here. There we go. And reconnection of love. Let's do some Moonstone. Moonstone can look a number of different ways, very related to labradorite. But Moonstone, in addition to helping pull in love and a really spiritual and deeply connected love connection, but it also helps with connection to the natural cycles, including the moon, of course, which is then you have the tides. So this is also helpful for connecting with ancient wisdom and the divine feminine as well. So we'll bring this in. I'm going to use some of these smaller ones because we usually have more people on Sunday night. I want to make sure I have enough room. And let me know if there's anything else I can pull for you too. Okay. Thank you. I'm glad that you are here. JS, good to see you. The name, this is Polychrome Jasper, Moonstone, and tourmalinated quartz. I'll type that into the chat because it's black tourmaline in quartz. So there, I just typed that one in. Let me know if it was a different stone you were asking about. Let's see, who else has made it in here? Oh, Catherine Deal. Welcome in those of you who are new. We're nice, we're friendly. And Catherine, I will absolutely take care of that. I'm just gonna make sure I grab everybody's requests. But that's worded perfectly. You're doing great. Reiki for your health. And T was just mentioning happy Sunday. Meditation, mindfulness, and grounding. Absolutely. Gotcha. Meditation, mindfulness, and grounding. The first one that pops to mind when someone says I need some help meditating or anything is prehnite, which is a very spiritual stone. It's great for spiritual teaching and learning. If you're learning any kind of spiritual discipline or even like how to read tarot or anything, this is a great stone to work with. And it's so pretty. But yeah, this can facilitate teaching and learning. Like I teach Reiki online. I have a ton of prehnite behind me too for that reason. But during meditation, this can help stop a wandering mind or an overly chatty mind. And it helps with the prophecy, divination, and like spiritual connections that you experience during your meditation. So helps calm the wandering mind and get more deeply connected. If you tend to get visual experiences or auditory experiences during your meditations, this can even help that to come forward a little bit more. But it's also great for refusing unfair demands, which is always a pretty interesting thing that this does. But yeah, prehnite can be really helpful. And yeah, bloodstone also helps meditation. Bloodstone, when we use it, this is a very grounding stone, and I see a couple of requests around grounding, including yours. Bloodstone is like one of my emotional stuff hits the fan type stones. It's like emotional first aid, but there's a lot more it does. And here we see the green. What is a little harder to see are the little flecks of red, which you can see. Bloodstone does have little flecks of red in it. It's basically, I look at it as it works with the heart chakra in the deepest, most grounding way. And with the red, it's for those moments that impact us so much emotionally that we feel like it impacts our ability to connect to our basic needs and stuff. And one of the things this does is helps to aid your mind in meditating by bringing a little bit more quiet, but it also, on an emotional level, helps to lift despair, and it can give a lot of stamina if you're going through any kind of emotional situation that takes a long time to get through. It's great for that, but it's really good for helping quiet the mind too. So I'll put that into Selenite, Bloodstone, and there's definitely going to be other stones too that help with intuition coming in. As for grounding, this is always a popular ask. I know that Chris really likes hematite, so I'm going to bring that in. This has a high content of iron, and it's physically heavy. It's been used since pre-biblical times. It's actually written about in the Bible. This was thought to help clear the blood, and the blood was thought to have like the energy that kept us alive, which, you know, it really does. It carries the oxygen that's kind of important. And it helps us to ground. It basically helps us to connect to the earth and allows the energy that we've depleted that leaves out of our feet to re-enter the earth and get recycled for optimal grounding, well-being in general. So I'm going to bring that in too. And I will definitely have more stones that are helpful for grounding as well. But thanks for being here. It's good to see you again. Reiki for your health. Hey, Natalie, good to see you. Michelle Bray, good to see you. Aventurine, you got it. And Natalie, any requests that you have? Let's see. Aventurine absolutely expands vision of your soul's potential. This is one that helps warm your heart and help you see yourself in new, fresh eyes. Maybe eyes that see you who you are now and not as you might be seeing yourself as, you know, long ago. But this helps you to see who you are now and helps you to see bigger possibilities for your future. So it's great for really grounded confidence. It's also great for things like allergies, which I definitely saw mentioned in there, as well as eye problems and even learning things that feel challenging. So aventurine. But yeah, it's a wonderful heartstone. There we go. Ooh. Yeah, I guess we're about even. We'll keep moving things around. Absolutely, Michelle. Still improving. He was able to return to work today. Oh, good. Thank you, Jenny, for liking the stream. All the cool kids are doing it. Let's see. Moss agate? Absolutely. Moss agate is good for all illnesses, infections, things that are impacting you that are not yours. It's basically in Chinese medicine, they see it as things having wind or spreading through the body very quickly. And that's like infections, like bacterial, fungal, what have you, as well as viruses. So it's good for that, as well as it's a deeply spiritual stone. It helps us to connect more with nature and with unconditional love. And it's great for doing any kind of like inner child work or connecting with your higher self as well. It's a really deeply spiritual stone, but also very physically helpful too. So that's moss agate. We're just gonna sprinkle some in here. Apologies if you're hearing the ambulance go by. Let's see what else we have here. Just checking at the bottom here. Hey, Goddess of Four, Sabrina Ritchie, welcome back. Blue Sky, I hope you're doing well. Oh, thank you. I love this shade of yellow. Oh, Fire Opal, Carnelian. Gotcha, Carmen. We will definitely take care of that. Okay, cool. Okay, I will keep on going. Gotcha tea. So we got Iolite and we got Moonstone. So we'll get Iolite. Iolite helps us with, on the more spiritual, energetic side, it helps us with anger, resentment, frustration, and that kind of stuff. On the physical side, Iolite can help us with our joints and our bones, whether you've got joint pain or you've had like a joint surgery, or if you've got breaks or dislocations. It's also thought to help bone density and integrity, which I struggle with. I have really weak bones. So this is supposed to help with calcium absorption and things like that. So good for joints, good for bones, good for skin, teeth, and hair, and excellent for anger, resentment, frustration. So that is white Iolite. And we have the Moonstone. Let's see, financial abundance. Let's bring in some citrine. This is excellent for calling in financial gain and also just the resources we need to live. So if you're like looking for a car, looking for a house, an apartment, this is not a bad stone to have. It's great for making financial decisions too. But it's also great for nausea, balancing logic and intuition, as well as addictions and compulsions. So that is citrine. I'm just going to put a couple here. Let's put them around here on top of the Moonstone. There we go. So that is citrine. And I'm going to bring in some pyrite because I feel like that's going to come up too. Pyrite helps, it's protective and it helps open you up to intuition. So especially for people who are just starting to work with their intuition or just trying a new way to connect spiritually or do divination, I often recommend pyrite because it's a mixed message to put out there and say, hey, I want to get the message, but I also want to set this filter. This helps do that while somebody's getting kind of their feet under them. It's also great for helping the body to battle things like fever. It helps support the lungs, the brain, and memory. And I did see your request, Jenny, for support for the brain, which I'm going to get to. This is one of them. It's also thought to help the body make the most of a Reiki session. So, and call in money. Fool's gold brings in the real gold, and pyrite is fool's gold. So we'll put some here. Curious stone, it naturally forms in squares, which is really kind of funny. There we go. And financial abundance, finding the best work job, that helps. Tourmalinated quartz is really helpful, but there's another one I'll add. Focused on achieving goals. Focused on achieving goals, polychrome jasper is helpful, but for focus in general and for energy, and I did see a lot of requests for energy, this is rutilated quartz. Rutilated quartz it's a really dynamic stone. It's one that the rutils are thought to direct energy exactly where it's meant to go. So if you are sick, have been sick, know someone who's been sick, and you've gotten really run down, or like if you did the Broad Street run in Philly the other day and you're really physically run down, it's thought that this stone can give you a boost of energy. But also if you're, say, going through something like cancer and you're getting medical treatments, it's thought that this helps direct all of that healing intention to the most useful parts of your body. So this has been a gift that's been recommended for people to give folks with Cancer with that intention. So this is rutilated quartz, and I also want to put the intention out here that this helps support Korakar's stepfather. Korakar's a regular here, so I'm going to put that there. It's I love having them opposite. It's just really great energy, but it's great for focusing the mind. I use it often for that. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get away from this shadow mark that's here. It's something going on with my webcam. I might need to replace the camera. So we'll see how that works, but I apologize for the head ducking. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, let's see. Everybody thought the sirens were on their end. Let's see. Okay, so where did I leave off? It was with T. There we go. Yeah, this will help with drawing together scattered energy and thoughts, staying focused, and finding the best job for you. I'm going to go ahead and grab one that I think would be a good fit for today. It is Chrysocolla. This definitely encourages you to follow your spiritual purpose. So this will help make it easier to feel like what feels like the best fit for you. It also helps with making decisions that are in alignment with everything that's in your best good. And it can help with creativity to an extent as well. So this is Chrysocolla. It's found very close to copper. And oftentimes you'll find specimens that are both malachite and chrysocolla. They form very close to each other. So I'm going to put these around. Actually, let's do... There and there. I hope that helps. Angelite, red jasper, garnet kyanite. Which kyanite, Belinda? I have green and I have blue. I'll start with blue. Garnet, I did see some folks asking for courage. This stone does help with courage and creativity. Garnet is very much like the Capricorn stone. It's the January birthstone. It's good for organization, creativity, practicality, getting stuff done, finding the best way to get things done, and getting creative about how you go about things. Like not just looking at like, well, this is the way I've always done it, so I'll do it this way, but trying to find the most practical way for you. It's also great for finding balance and strength during trying times, but it can really help you to organize and champion your cause going forward. So definitely some garnet. Blue kyanite helps with loving yourself exactly as you are, and it helps us with understanding the spiritual messages that we get. So if you're doing divination or you're meditating and you're like, I don't quite understand what I'm getting, blue kyanite is very, very helpful. It's also very, very pretty. These are some lovely blue kyanites. Red jasper is one that I thought to grab when I actually was grabbing hematite. It's another really grounding and empowering stone. This is one that can help us with empowerment, feeling connected to the earth, with rooting, grounding. It's also great for psychic and spiritual protection, fighting injustice, standing up to bullies, as well as any kind of real depression that sinks in after like an extended illness or an extended convalescence of some kind. So yeah, red jasper, love it. Very empowering, very grounding. And angelite, well, Exactly what it sounds like. It's definitely got the vibes of the angels, and it helps us to connect with our angels. This is actually what it looks like tumbled versus raw. Tumbled in the front usually just looks like the sort of whitish pale blue, and then you crack it open and it's this bright blue. But yeah, it helps us to connect to our angels. It enhances sound healing, and it helps us to feel more connected to source. So if you're wanting to connect with your angels, or if you feel them around you and you're trying to communicate more clearly, this is a great way to do it. So Angelite. There we go. Cool. So I got Angelite, Red Jasper, Garnet, Kyanite, Howlite's already there. Cool. Crystals to help with creativity, stress relief, and optimism. Absolutely. This is a good one for optimism. There's the honey calcite's good for optimism, and that's there. Stress relief, creativity. So let's do... Carnelian is great for creativity, and it's also great for the sacral chakra. So how we relate to others, so our relationships, but not just romantic ones, all relationships. But yes, especially, this is another stone that's good for calling in love, as well as helping allergies, getting over like apathy and laziness, like feeling stuck. It also helps that. But it's great for also sexual function and dysfunction, fertility, as well as healing wounds, and really just getting along with one another. Better feeling like if you're working in a new environment, this can be a good one to kind of help you navigate getting along and working alongside with everyone. So that's carnelian. But yeah, big time. The other thing that the sacral chakra does is creativity. Creativity is from the sacral. But then that brings us to our next stone, which is going to be sodalite, which is our creative expression in the throat. So being creative in the sacral, expressing it in the throat. And sodalite is very helpful. And here's that. Sodalite's also great for just expression and communication in general. It's a great stone if you're struggling through Mercury retrograde, if it's giving you trouble with communicating, carry around some sodalite for sure. It can also help ground impulses, and it's thought to help folks that are struggling with things like homesickness. But yeah, whether you're speaking in public, performing, singing, dancing, music, whatever it might be, this helps you express yourself. So any way that you choose to express, regardless of the medium. So I hope that this supports your overall creativity. And I'm glad that you're here. And positive vibes. Let's see. Stress relief. I love that. Absolutely. Green calcite is great for stress relief, as is shungite. I'm going to bring in the green calcite because I feel like this can really help with the reassuring, the anxiety, and like kind of lightening the mood. It also kind of brings in like a jokey kind of vibe, but it's also great for like just nervousness. But it, most importantly, where stress and anxiety sink into our body and we start to hold our body tight and taut, and we start to build that tension in our body, and then it turns into pain and aches and even injuries. That's where this really shines, on taking that stress that we're holding on to. It's one thing to alleviate the stress, but if we're still kind of balled up, we're not getting the full benefit. So I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to bring in shungite in a minute because it'll be helpful for other things too. But that's yellow calcite. It's my go-to for anxiety. Anybody struggling with anxiety, it's a great stone. Let's see. Will you stand? No? Yes? Okay. And shungite is helpful for removing energy from us that we don't need anymore. It's great for that. So here is shungite. It's great for physical recovery, tissue repair, getting better from surgery. Absolutely. And there's a lot of folks, especially Chris's sister, who's getting better from surgery. And also Susan, who's not here this evening. Well, maybe she'll drop in at some point. But it's also great at releasing stress and energy blockages, as well as emotional pain and things like that. It helps to essentially like soak it up and move it out for us. So yeah. And also if you're someone who tends to feel the energy of electromagnetic equipment and it makes you feel drained or cranky or like you need a nap or just sort of underwater or off balance, this is a great stone to carry around. So it's called shungite. So I'm going to put that around here too. So I hope that that helps. Oh, and new job and career choice. Yeah, definitely this and this. Okay, awesome. Thank you for being here, Catherine. Oh, awesome. What is red jasper good for? Red jasper is good for grounding and the root chakra, as well as empowerment. Like it helps to like empower your root chakra. So standing up for yourself, standing up for other people too, like fighting injustice and bullying and things like that. It's also great for protection and for anyone who's going to be like long time convalescent or a catastrophic injury or illness that's going to impact how someone impact their life going forward. If there's a depression that comes from that, this is one of the stones that can help support that. So that's red jasper. Oh, and what does peridot help with? Oh, fawn, that's a good one. Okay, cool. Good to see you, fawn. Oh, fawn, you got pain around the screws. Oh, no. We've got howlite out there. And I'll definitely get to the rest. Peridot. Well, I know somebody's going to ask for peridot, so I'm just going to put that out there. Peridot helps to break up bad cycles and bad habits, too. But anything that you kind of do over and over again that's really not in your highest good, it helps us to break that up. It's also, and this is what it looks like, it's also great for digestion, like acid reflux, IBS, Crohn's, all of those things. Anger and jealousy, it helps break that up. It helps support the friendships with people that help you to be your best self. It's great for losing weight, prosperity, and to some extent depression. So peridot, we'll put that in. And peridot comes in a number of colors too. But that's peridot. And ruby with the garnet, you got it. Ruby is really helpful for the courage to be yourself and for leadership and management skills. So if you know someone that's gotten promoted to like leadership or management, you know, yes, ruby can be expensive, but if you buy like a raw one like this, it's not as much. I'm sourcing more ruby to sell on the website. It might have some for sale still, or it might be out. I have to check. But these are actual ruby. They're not cut or polished or anything like that, and they might not be good enough quality to be cut or polished, which is why I have them. But yeah, like most things, everything in my shop for the most part is secondary to the jewelry trade. But yeah, helps with management, leadership, courage to be yourself. It's also thought to be helpful for love, fertility, and fibromyalgia pain. So that's ruby. I'll put this next to ruby, actually. Or next to garnet. I love them together. Boop. Hey, Heart. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I'm so glad, Fawn. Thank you. I love having everybody in here checking on each other. It's such a great group. Carmen, you need some honey calcite to wear. Yeah, it's a beautiful stone. Etsy. You might find some really good people on Etsy for that. And we're going to see Chris, bronchitis, breathing. Okay, that makes me want to bring in green kyanite. And I'll bring in emerald too. Green kyanite is great for the chest, lungs, and all the breathing. It's also great with balancing spirituality in your life. It helps us to kind of take our spiritual life and our regular mundane life and bring them a little closer together, kind of blend them a little bit. It's also great for getting wisdom through intuition and connecting with the plants and the spirits of nature. So I'm going to put these in, but that'll help with the breathing. And I know lots of people have been having breathing issues, either from illness or lung issues or asthma or allergies. Let's see, I'm going to put these actually. There we go. Yeah, green kyanite is very helpful for breathing. And emerald helps with healing skin and tissue, so definitely those folks who are getting better from surgery or injury. But it also helps with the passion for your life's work if you feel like you've kind of lost your passions for things. Great for breathing. Every part of your upper respiratory system is impacted positively by emerald. Also helps to restore confidence if you've been picked on, bullied, or belittled about your appearance too. And this is raw emerald. So I'll bring that in. And I know this is also going to go to Heart's husband as well. The intention that it help him too. Okay. I hope that helps bronchitis. I'm just going to pull all of Chris's requests out and continue filtering them through. So let me do amethyst rose quartz. Okay, cool. Pink tourmaline is great for migraines, neuralgia, and everything hormone related. Particularly for women, it's every kind of gynecologic issue from like period stuff to onset of menses to fertility, all of it. Also helps with preparing to like breaking down a bad self-image to make room for a better one. So this is pink tourmaline. Yeah, pink tourmaline. Put a few of them in there. And asthma, lungs for Jane. Gotcha. Allergies and autoimmune and lungs, all of that together is really reflected well in rhodonite. I struggle with all of the above. And yeah, rhodonite helps. Rhodonite's also great, like superb actually, for breakups. It's often called the breakup stone. So with rhodonite, this helps you to heal your heart so you can open to love again. And it's whether it's unrequited love, breakup, loss of your partner, any of that. But it's also helpful for insecurities, moving through healing from emotional abuse on the most intense end. It balances the yin and yang in the body, but it's absolutely wonderful for the lungs, particularly if it's asthma, if it's anything autoimmune or allergic. This is really wonderful for it. So I'll bring that in. So I hope that Jane feels better. Let's see. That's not going to fit there. So let's do ruby down. Okay, cool. So that's asthma lungs. And we did get a lot of lung stuff too. Finding a job abroad that fits you, finding ways to connect to joy and creativity and being present. A lot of those we covered, and I'll mention what. So finding a job, definitely tourmalinated quartz, one that fits you very well. I have chrysocolla, which helps us to, it encourages us to follow our spiritual path and helps us make decisions that are really aligned with us. As far as abroad, I'll get a stone for that. Joy and creativity. Joy, we have the yellow calcite. Creativity, we have garnet, carnelian, and sodalite. Being present. Herkimer helps with being in the present moment. Yep. So we'll use that one. This also helps us to manifest what we're looking for. So this is Herkimer Diamond. Herkimer Diamond, like I said, being in the present moment, helps with harmonizing energies that feel like a real discordant, like just doesn't kind of jive. Yeah, this can help. It's also great for balance in general, metabolism, as well as intuitive ability. But it also helps with what we're manifesting. It's basically adding on an extra, like, and may this impact everyone it touches in the most beneficial way. So yeah, being in the moment and manifesting is Herkimer Diamond. Herkimer Diamond is a misnomer. It's actually clear quartz. Let's see, where shall we place you? About here and here. Here, and here. There we go. So that is Herkimer. As far as abroad, I will bring out some picture jasper. Picture jasper helps us to envision a really bright, beautiful future for ourselves. It's helpful for like big picture thinking, new ventures, new big changes in our lives. It's also helpful for finding hidden fears that might be holding us back, and it's great for moves abroad and with being exposed to and learning from new cultures. So this is everything. Moving abroad is absolutely part of picture jasper and how it can help. So I'm going to bring that in. All the best to you as you do that. Yay. Picture jasper is such a beautiful stone. It's one of the stones that I like better untumbled. And do I have any around? No, I don't. They're over there. I'll try to remember to keep some untumbled picture jasper around to show you. It's super beautiful. So I hope that helps, and all the best to you. Energy boosting would be lovely too. Motivation and moving forward and courage. Definitely have a lot of those covered, but I'm going to bring in a little bit more. Courage, definitely garnet, and which can also help you with moving forward and like taking the steps, as well as red jasper is great for courage, and even to some extent yellow calcite, another stone for moving forward. I would say usually like picture jasper, polychrome jasper, green aventurine, which is here, else would I use? That might be everything for that. Well, no. Let's use a little bit of... I feel like aragonite is really helpful because it helps with the earth star chakra, which is beneath the root, which definitely polychrome and red jasper help with to some extent. But this one, so this is two kinds of calcite. The blue is Caribbean blue calcite, and the brown and tan is aragonite, which is... The aragonite very much connects with, like I said, the root chakra, the earth star, enacting our soul's purpose and making the steps, that doing the things and making the effort to bring things forward. So really moving forward. And the top, the blue, connects with the soul star, which is how we envision the highest version of the potential of what is available. So it's like taking our most high level possibility with our ability to like make it happen, and they both exist in this stone. So I feel like this can be really helpful for you. So I'm going to bring this in for you, and as well as the other stones that are here that are already very helpful for those things. So let's do... let's do this. And this, and I think that looks great. Yeah. Thank you for being here. But yeah, this helps with getting the intuitive, like, I know what I need to do, and then and I know how to do it, and I feel motivated to do it all together. So thank you for being here. It's good to see you, Carmen. Fire opal carnelian's there. Angelite's there. But we'll bring in the fire opal. Opal is a very sacred stone. It's been sacred to shamans and those that do spiritual work for as long as any of that's been. All of that has gone on far longer than we have like history of it. But opal is protective of anyone that is doing good spiritual work or good work that doesn't want to elicit the attraction of negative spiritual entities or even just negative people that would thwart the good that they're doing. So yeah, it's protector of somebody who does good healing work. So we will put in that fire opal, and the rest are in there. And I saw for Goddess of Four, weight loss and energy. Weight loss, we have a little bit in the peridot, and I'm going to bring in Iolite. This can help with weight loss as well as money management. Helping us sleep better, especially if we have intuitive sleep disturbances or we're too ungrounded to sleep. And it's also good for fever. So that is Iolite. Okay. Awesome. And energy, this guy. And I think I'm going to bring in... There's so many requests for energy. I'm going to bring in Bumblebee Jasper. This is bright yellow. There's a lot of sulfur and arsenic in this specimen. It's safe to touch, just generally wash your hands after. Definitely do not put it in water and drink the water. Not for the stone, or a lot of them actually. This is tons of energy and a lot of energy to the solar plexus too. So this will help. One of the first requests that we got, it's another one that helps the solar plexus, but it really does help with energy and kind of pushing things forward. So Bumblebee Jasper. Can't hurt to have more fun there. And Smoky Quartz, Selenite, and Kunzite. Yeah. Kunzite is spectacular for, it's very angelic, but it's also very heart related. It's like high level unconditional love. It's like transforming to the next level what love can even be. It's absolutely wonderful. This is one that I often give to people who are in deep grief or are trying to change the way that they approach relationships or anything like that. It's a super powerful heart chakra stone, and that's the heart chakra is everything you would think the heart to be: love, emotionality, heartache, heartbreak, that kind of stuff. So yeah, this is unconditional love, and this is transforming any kind of low misconceptions about what love is into something higher. So we'll put this right there in the middle. There we go. Smoky quartz. This is great for protection and to transmute the energy of something. If you do a lot of energy work in your house, or if you always feel like your energy clearing it, definitely get a piece of smoky quartz. It helps to transmute the energy and actually shift it, not just move it out. It's also thought to be really helpful for breaking up energy blocks, for calming worry, and to prevent against theft. Even back into the Middle Ages, smoky quartz was kept around to protect their items from being stolen. And it can be this light, almost clear, all the way to like black where you really can't see through it. So smoky quartz is a really powerful stone. So let's do some smoky quartz. Let's put them around. There we go. Smoky quartz. And selenite, I keep some around always just off camera. I have tons of it around behind me, in front of me. You can probably see some behind me. But it helps to reflect nothing but pure white light, so it keeps energy really high. And it can help clear the energy of crystals. So this is selenite. It's so soft that you can't put it in water. Yeah. So that is selenite. So selenite, when we're starting our thing, we might move it a little closer on screen. Here it's like hard to see, but it is here. For now, I'll keep it here. We'll see how it filters into everything though. Hello, Prudence Jane. Sciatic nerve pain? Absolutely. Okay. Oh, Susan! Yay! Good to see you. Lots of love to you and Greg. We were thinking of you earlier. Let's see. Sciatic nerve pain. Yes, yes, yes. I'm going to bring this in for you. I'm going to bring this in for Chris's sister too. Amazonite helps with the spine and spinal nerves. And I know the sciatic nerve, it kind of goes down over the buttock and down the legs, but it really does help all the nerve stuff. So here we go. That is Amazonite. Amazonite can also come in darker, like bluish green, with white stripes in it too. Amazonite helps with self-respect and self-care, and those of us who tend to remember to take care of other people but neglect ourselves, oh, that's me. So it reminds us to take better care of ourselves. But it's great for the spine, the spinal nerves, and any kind of neuro issues, any kind of nerve issues. It's also great for calming too. And it's thought to be good for good luck. So bringing this in, so Amazonite. So I hope that that helps. And we'll start the Reiki very soon too. Okay. Hubby's lung test, definitely. We have emerald, we have green kyanite. Support for when we feel overwhelmed and we don't think we can count on some people close to us. Ah, the strength to count on yourself. yellow calcite, and also red jasper. But let's see if there's other things too. I feel like I want to bring in Tiger Eye. Tiger Eye definitely helps with, we've got a lot of courage stones, like standing on our own 2 feet, doing our own thing kind of stones is definitely the vibe tonight. So there's a lot of courage stones. There's a lot of standing on your own 2 feet, standing up for yourself type stones. But Tiger Eye is great for that too. It's great for bolstering courage, strength, balance. It helps to protect against envy and jealousy. It's great for big picture thinking. So if anyone's thinking like big time, like making plans, entrepreneurship too, and also study and research. So if anyone's studying for anything, this can be really, really helpful. So that's Tiger Eye. So I hope that what's here helps too. Oh, you're welcome. Fawn with your ankle, we talked about that. Fertility, abundance, love, heart, soul, healing from grief. New journey, adventures. New journey and adventures, we got you covered with the picture Jasper and a lot of the other ones. The pain around the screws and stuff. And it sounds like there's a lot of just pain in general and a lot of looking for like jobs and career. So let's bring in some Lapis. Lapis helps with pain and inflammation, and it also can be really, really helpful when it comes to pain and inflammation. It's a stone of personal responsibility and integrity, as well as balance and hearing loss. So Lapis does a lot. It's so pretty. Let's do Lapis. Lapis. There we go. That'll help with that too. But yeah, the pain around the screws, Howlite for sure. Abundance, we have abundance. Fertility, we have a couple. Carnelian. And let's also bring in for heart, soul, healing from grief. Actually, let's take, thinking about things. We're going to put in the little Lapis so that I have room for Jet. Actually, I'm not going to use Jet. I'm going to use green onyx. I'll still use the little Lapis, though. Or will I? We'll put Lapis back, but give me a moment. It's like trying to squeeze everything in. Green onyx is helpful for grief and sadness, and it's great for things like emotional shutdown. It's also good for moving forward despite emotional pain. And this can definitely help the heart to heal that loss from grief. Definitely heart healing from grief is green onyx. So let's do... Okay. And I'm just going to put in a few more and then we'll get started. And yeah, we'll put this in here and this in there. So, and fertility, I want to put in one more fertility stone. Let's do Unakite. This is great for everything about women's health at any stage of life, and particularly fertility. It's also good for prenatal, postnatal. It's good for quitting smoking, metabolism, heart, circulation, and body fluids. This is Unakite. Hope that helps, and it's good to see you, Fawn. Magic, yes, increasing magic. I've got a stone for that. Yeah, Lapis is supposed to help with hearing loss as well as other inner ear stuff like vertigo. Another one that's supposed to help the ears is, like the ears and the eyes, is aventurine. Yeah, lots of requests for courage. So I'm going to bring in, for the more magic, I'm going to bring in some sapphire. This is also good for channeling, connecting with your angels, connecting with spirit in any way. It's also helpful for the eyes and the ears. So this is another one that you can use for the ears. As well as dementia, support for the thyroid, and speedy justice. So Greg and Susan, lots of love to both of you, and lots of love to Chris, who requested this one. Next we'll have, let's see, what else do we have room for? Next we have rose quartz, which I think we all know, a beautiful stone of the heart chakra, brings in lots of love, but it's also very consistent in the way that it's supportive, and having it around you on a regular basis can help make it easier to let go of things that no longer serve, because it's like, oh wait, something might have a higher vibration that I'm not aware of. It's like it ups, it takes our, if our bar for expectations is on the floor, it lifts it up. So this is helpful. So I'll put it under the rutilated quartz. And under the tourmalinated quartz, I'm going to put some amethyst. Amethyst is really, really helpful for new spirituality, opening up to new things, connecting to spirit, and also any kind of self-improvement work. It helps you to not be too hard on yourself, while also definitely holding the lessons that you're learning and holding yourself to the standards that you're setting. It's also very much linked with recovery and sobriety as well. So that is amethyst. Yeah. Can help with good sleep too. So there we go. And I think we're there, everybody. I think we have a nice, full, beautiful grid. Thank you, everyone, for your requests and for your help. We are at 9:12, so I want to make sure that we keep things moving on. So I'm going to go ahead and sometimes we do, I'll pick a couple stones and you all vote on what goes into the grid, but I think we're pretty full. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have you help lift the energy by going ahead into the chat and typing in anything that you are grateful for. That helps lift the energy so powerfully and also helps lift us up really powerfully too. So go ahead and do that. Anything that you feel comfortable sharing in such a public venue. I am going to quickly explain what Reiki is and a little bit of how this works and what to expect. And then we are going to get into the healing. So yes, be right back. So as I mentioned at the top of the stream, I'm Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. And if you want to learn more about me or my live Reiki certification classes, because everything I do here, you can learn and I can teach you, you can go ahead over and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com. I have Reiki 1, 2, and 3 all enrolling through the summer and into the fall right now. I also have one-on-one distance healing sessions and tarot readings available. You can also shop my crystal collection there too. Which, by the way, there is a coupon code in my crystal shop through Tuesday. Ends midnight at Tuesday, and it's gonna be May, and that is 15% off any purchase over $20 in the crystal shop with gonna be May. And that's through Tuesday this 2nd at midnight. So yeah. So there's that. So what is Reiki? Well, the style I work with most is Usui Reiki. And this particular approach to energy work was created by Mikao Usui in the early 1920s in Japan. And it is very spiritual and very secular, which is a part of why it resonates with us in the West so much. But essentially, to look at what is energy, the best place to start is to look at the indigenous spirituality of Japan, known as Shintoism. And in that system, everything has a soul. You, me, the trees, the ground, the squirrels, everything has a soul. And all of those souls are interconnected and inextricably linked. And there are additional spiritual forces that are acting within that, including this force that supports, it's basically a spiritually guided soul energy that's thought to be available to everyone and flowing through everyone, everywhere, all the time. That's what Reiki means in Japanese. It means spiritually guided life energy. And essentially, this energy is flowing through all of us, everyone and everything all the time, even though we might not be aware of it. And our body, mind, and spirit are always working with that energy to bring about the greatest balance and healing for us in that moment. Essentially, what we'll be doing tonight is I'll be connecting to that energy using Usui's techniques and directing even more of it to you whenever you're watching this and wherever you happen to be when you are. So this energy will support your body, mind, and spirit to do what they do even better by bringing that balance about for you in an even greater way. So you may experience this during the session as physical sensations in the body, as emotions coming up or being released. Mentally, you may have an opportunity to think some things through or hear your subconscious. And on a spiritual level, you may get some awareness or sudden idea pops to mind. You may have an intuitive experience, or you may even just have a really lovely nap. Any of these are common, and I would say your experience will probably involve more than one of the things that I just listed. Whatever you experience is beautiful. On your end, what do you need to do? Not a thing. I suggest that you get physically comfortable sitting up or lying down. Whatever you want to do, you can close your eyes, grab a blanket, or if you feel like you want to move around, you can also use this time to do some yoga, journal, whatever you'd like. This time is about you and taking care of your needs for support. But you don't have to focus on anything. You don't have to keep a silent mind. You don't have to meditate during it. You can just be. You can absolutely be. If you get up and get a glass of water, the Reiki's still flowing. If you get distracted, just take a deep breath in and out and it'll bring you right back. I will send Reiki to all of you for 25 minutes, and at the end, you'll hear my voice welcoming you to come back, slowly taking a few breaths and then coming back into the chat. the chat will be reopened. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions or listen to any experiences that you all had. While I'm sending, I'm going to turn up the music for you. If you want to learn about our musical creator, she's linked at the bottom of the description. The lights will also dim and move slowly and gently through several different colors. At no point will they flash or strobe. And yeah, and just so know that this energy will absolutely land with you if you're finding this video in the future, or if you're sitting in your home anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. It will find you at the right time. When for those of you who are here live, if you are ever like, hey, I really would like a session, but Danielle's not live right now, it's totally okay. Go ahead to our past healing live streams, pick one of the previous streams by the picture of the grid in the thumbnail, and you'll be in the right place. I'm here live 5 times a week, same days, same times, so you can come back next week, same time. I'll be here again. Go ahead and subscribe with your notifications on if you want to make sure that you don't miss an opportunity, and definitely, because it really helps me, if you wouldn't mind hitting that like button while you're writing all of your very lovely things that I'm reading, the gratitudes popping up. I'd really appreciate it. But other than that, I'm really grateful that you're here, and thank you so much for being here. So let's go ahead, get back into the grid, and I'm going to get ready to start sending you some Reiki when and wherever you happen to be. Ooh, pretty. Ta-da! So let's do... That feels wrong. There we go. That looks better. Thank you, everyone, for all of this. I appreciate you all deeply. I'm going to go ahead and lower those lights and turn up that music and send this healing to you wherever you happen to be. Thank you so much for co-creating this grid with me. It's a pleasure and an honor to share this healing with you, and I will see you all again in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session. I invite you now to take a deep breath. Slowly come back to your body. See if you need to stretch, move, or bend. And when you're ready, you can come back to the computer if you'd like. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. If anyone has any questions or anything to share, feel free to go ahead and use the chat right now. Allison, wonderful to see you. Heart, yes, we do have heavy rain in Philly right now. You might be able to hear it. Oh, Heart, you're so welcome. Jay, good to see you. Thank you. You're welcome back anytime, Jay. I'm glad that this was helpful. Yeah, and you're very welcome, Susan. I hope you're on the mend. Yes, may we have a very blessed week full of love, light, and laughter. Well said, Patty. Thank you. Yes, Chris, I hope your sister gets better soon. Rain is heavy there too. Yeah. You're welcome, Letitia. You're welcome here anytime too. Steady rain there too. Blue sky. Oh, I'm so glad, Chris. I'm glad this was helpful for you. Yeah, it is teeming outside. Oh my goodness, so much water. About half of the time you end up crying like a baby and you're not sure why. Sometimes it's not as often anymore, but every once in a while I'll be getting Reiki or giving myself Reiki and I'll just burst out into tears. Like sometimes it's like energy just can come out in any number of ways. It can come out as laughter, like I've absolutely busted into laughter in the middle of a session for no apparent reason. Sometimes it's tears, sometimes it's like shaking, sometimes it's twitching. It's kind of all over the place. I hope that it was like cathartic tears for you though. Oh, Natalie, that's beautiful. I saw a little blondish brown-haired boy in a field, maybe a pastime. That's beautiful. Oh, Fawn, you're so welcome. Yeah, not a care in the world. We'll take it for as long as we can, right? Oh, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Yes, Heart, all the best to your hubby. Hope tomorrow goes well. It's clear there in Fort Worth, Texas, Letitia. That's nice to hear. Yeah, it is. It's been pouring here since Friday. Absolutely pouring here since Friday. And we had a record number of people here for the heart of everything. But yes, if you haven't hit the like button already, please consider doing so. It was wonderful to be able to send to all of you. Yes, T, have a fantastic week to you too. Oh, the crystal book that was super old. I'll type it in the chat, but it's, here, let me go over here. The Curious Lore of Precious Stones. And I'll type it all in the chat. Bye. You're welcome, heart. Yeah, subscribers are going up. Yes, lots of love to everyone. It's really an honor and a pleasure to see you all. I'm going to start winding down and getting into some other things. You'll definitely start seeing some of the uploads for the Tarot for all 12 signs by sometime tomorrow. Oh. Have a happy May. Have a happy spring. Thank you, Natalie. Blue Sky, have a good week, yeah. Thank you, Natalie. But yeah, I'm going to wind it down now. I'm also going to go ahead and hang out with the kitties, so I hope you all have an incredible week. I'll be back here Tuesday at 8 p.m. And yes, you too, Letitia. Oh, awesome. All right, so bye, everyone. Have a beautiful week. I'll see you soon. Don't forget to take care of yourselves, and bye for now.